like to acknowledge that we are in Mi'kma'ki. We are on the unceded territory of the Mi'kmaq people. For those of you who have been coming to our garden parties for several years, you know it has become tradition for the President of the Resident Council to join me in welcoming all of you here today on behalf of our residents. So I would like to let you know that with me today is Linda Mayo, who is here in the front row, waving to everyone. And Linda has been serving in the capacity of President of Resident Council for the past 4 years. So we would like to actually take this time to open the celebrations for the 48th year of the Glen Haven Manor hosting the Festival of the Tartans Garden Party. Also with Linda today is another resident, Nancy Marshall, who's also here on the front row. And Nancy and Linda have both, in the past several months, assumed the role of resident representative. And what that means is that they work with us to provide us with input, feedback, and innovative ideas so that we're all working together as partners in care to be sure that we are providing your loved ones and you, our residents, the exceptional individualized quality care that we are committed to, and that you have a quality lifestyle here at Glen Haven Manor. Because of the work of our two previous administrators, Mr. Irwin Patterson and Mr. James Ferguson, and many, many, many staff, we've been able to host this garden party since the summer of 1970. And it was actually just the summer following the opening of the original Glen Haven Manor, which was in the fall of 1969. For the past 11 years, we have been so very fortunate to celebrate our garden party on this luscious green space that surrounds us. And I always like to take an opportunity to remind those of you who may remember, or to let those of you who don't even know, a little bit of the story around this green space. And it is actually thanks to our very good friend of Glen Haven Manor, the Honorable Pat Dunn, who led the collaborative efforts with the Pictou County Health Authority, the town of New Glasgow, and the then Mayor Anne McLean to secure this space so that we would have it for our loved ones and celebrations like today. And now I would like to take the time to introduce you to the leadership team, so I'm going to get them to come up here with me. So as I'm sure you can imagine, it takes a lot of people to make an organization like this work. Certainly from the level of our board of directors, our leadership team, and the many staff we have here at Glen Haven. And today's event would not be possible without all of those individuals. Kim Dixon actually is the newest member to the leadership team, and Kim is responsible for our communications, media relationships, and brand, so Kim Dixon. As well, we have Darcy McDonald, the Director of Finance. Miranda McKenzie, and Miranda is the manager of Crystal Waters, Silver Creek, and she also leads all the resident safety concerns. Pauline Marks, who is the Director of Health, Wellness, and Nutrition. Heather Shepard, the Director of Quality, Resident Care. Donna McLean, who really leads this big party, and we all just follow her direction. She's the Director of Community Relationships and Engagement. Kim Davidson, Nutritional Services. Christine McFarlane, she's the manager of River Glen and Whispering Tide, and she leads all of our clinical issues as well as infection prevention and control. And Alana Rondeau, manager of Ocean Drive and Serenity Springs. She's also the lead on accreditation and quality. So I would just like you to welcome all of them, please. So we have Ken Langell, president of the 2018 Festival of the Tartans. And Troy McCullough was a board member, so he's a past board member here at Glen Haven, and John Guthrie was actually our newest board member, so pleased to have him join us today. We have Inspector Blair Bannerman and Chief Eric McNeil. The lineup is certainly the hard work and the creativity of John Visser, who actually is our Director of Creative here at Glen Haven. And I won't spoil the show for you because John will introduce each of our acts as they come up, but I do want to share how excited we are that 3 of our performers today are actually individuals that the residents see every day here at Glen Haven because they're part of our Glen Haven team. So we'll have Chelsea Jadry, Kelsey McDonald, and Jeannie Cameron here to entertain us for the afternoon. And just a thank you to all the staff who have worked so diligently to provide these beautiful decorations, to have the property looking so great, and also to be able to prepare and serve the food to you today. In closing, we would like to extend our best wishes to the Festival of the Tartans and wish them well and success in their games in celebration of the Scottish heritage of New Glasgow and Pictou County. Glen Haven is always proud to celebrate this part of our history and its role within the community's rich, multicultural, and diverse heritages. And we admire the fortitude of the Scots to make new land home, as our nation is indeed been founded as a land of diversity, beauty, and opportunity. And we're also very fortunate to live here.
It's my pleasure to welcome you to our 48th annual Glen Haven Festival of the Tartans Garden Party. Thank you to the staff who always work so hard to hold such a wonderful event. We are looking forward to a lovely time and to some wonderful entertainment. The garden party is among our favorite events, and we hope you enjoy it as much as we do. So let's party.
And so now it is my pleasure to introduce Nancy Marshall, resident representative, who will also say a few words.
I am very pleased to see so many people attend our annual Glen Haven party. We are pleased to share our home with the community for this valued tradition and are very proud to have the garden party continue to be a part of the Festival of the Tartans for so many years. Thank you for coming, and we hope you enjoy the music, the special food, and refreshments. We are thankful for the blessings of good weather, great food, many talented performers, and for the company of family and friends.
How absolutely delighted I am to be here this afternoon. One of the highlights, as somebody already said, of Festival of Tartans celebrations. And I don't know what it is that goes on here, but you always seem to bring the best of weather to this event. Also, I'm thinking as I look around, what a beautiful, beautiful job, just not of the location that we're on, but the decorations that that are done, and such a welcoming atmosphere for everybody to join in on. So 48 years, that's a long time, and certainly an event that all of our citizens look forward to. So I'd certainly like to thank our CEO, Lisa, the leadership team, the staff, and especially you, the residents, for welcoming us to your home. We're going to enjoy spending the afternoon with you, and thank you again for this beautiful afternoon. Thanks.
Come run the hidden pine trails of the forest. Come taste the sun-sweet berries of the earth. Oh, come roll in all the riches all around you, and for once never wonder what there were. The rainstorm and the river are my brothers. The heron and the otter are my
don't take my man. Jolene, 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 please don't take him even though you can. I'd like to teach the world to sing harmonic harmony. I'd like to hold it in my arms and keep it company. I'd like to see the world for once by standing hand in hand and hear them echo through the hills, the peace throughout the land. That's the song I hear. Let the world sing today. A song for peace that echoes on and never goes away.
Farewell, Nova Scotia, you sea-bound coast. Let your mountains dark and dreary be. Oh, when I'm far away on the briny ocean tossed, will you ever heave a sigh or a wish for me? Will you ever heave a sigh